All right, so lace up those hiking boots, folks, because today we are trekking deep into puma territory.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you sent in this essay all about pumas. Different types habitats.
It's fascinating stuff.
It is fascinating, and I think we're going to uncover a lot of cool things about this really adaptable predator.
For sure.
First of all, I got to ask right off the bat, pumas, cougars, mountain lions, panthers, like,
So names.
what is with all the aliases?
All right. It's like they have a secret identity.
Seriously.
But that's part of what makes them so intriguing.
Okay, so let's start unraveling this mystery.
Yeah, let's dive in.
So the essay mentions how important pumas are to their ecosystems.
Oh, they are absolutely crucial. We're talking keystone predator status here.
Keystone predator. Okay, so back up for a sec.
Sure.
What does that even mean?
All right, so picture like a Roman arch. You know those big, impressive arches?
I've seen pictures.
The keystone, right? The wedge-shaped stone at the very top. That's what holds the whole structure together.
Okay.
Take it out and the whole thing crumbles.
Ah, I see.
Keystone predators like pumas are the keystones of their ecosystems. They're holding it all together.
Okay, so they're like the VIPs of the ecosystem party.
They regulate everything, keep those prey populations in check, which then impacts the plant life, and boom.
Whoa.
It just ripples out from there.
So it's not just like pumas versus deer.
Right.
It's
the whole web.
It affects the whole ecosystem.
The whole food web, exactly.
Wow. Okay, so let's say pumas vanished. Poof. Gone.
Oh, that would be bad news.
What happens?
Well, for starters, deer populations, they'd explode.
Oh, no.
Overgrazing would become a huge problem.
Yeah.
Plants would vanish. Smaller animals, insects, soil health, it all takes a hit.
It's like a domino effect.
Precisely a domino effect, and it all starts with the absence of that one crucial predator.
That's kind of scary to think about.
It is. It really highlights the interconnectedness of nature.
Yeah, it does. So speaking of connections, the essay also mentioned how diverse the puma species is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which I found fascinating.
Uh-huh.
One species, but all these distinct subspecies.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
It is.
You've got these variations in size, color, behavior.
Yeah, how is that even possible?
Adaptation, my friend. Adaptation. Pumas are masters of it.
Okay, I'm listening.
Take the North American puma, for example. Big guys, you know?
Yeah.
Built like tanks. They're perfectly adapted for those harsh winters and taking down large prey like elk.
Okay, tough guy.
But then you journey down south to the Amazon rainforest.
Okay, much warmer.
And you find the South American puma.
Uh-huh.
Sleek and agile, navigating that dense foliage.
Oh, wow.
Hunting smaller prey.
So two totally different pumas.
Two sides of the same coin, but both perfectly suited to their environments.
That's amazing. So what drives those differences?
It all boils down to evolution, baby. Over millennia, pumas have evolved to thrive in very specific environments. That North American puma, its bulk, helps conserve heat and take down those large prey in those cold climates.
Yeah.
The South American puma agility is key for maneuvering through that thick rainforest undergrowth.
Yeah.
It's like evolution has given each subspecies its own custom-tailored toolkit.
That's incredible. Okay, so I've got big, tough pumas and sleek, agile pumas. But the essay also mentioned the Florida panther. And things took a bit of a somber turn there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Florida panther, it's a bit of a cautionary tale.
Yeah, they are critically endangered, right?
They are, and it's largely due to us humans and our impact on their habitat.
In what way?
Habitat loss is a major factor, you see.
Okay.
As Florida's human population grows, all that development.
Yeah. Roads and houses and...
Exactly. Roads developments, they fragment the panther's territory.
So it's like...
Invasive cutting up their home.
Yeah, it makes it hard for them to find mates and maintain genetic diversity. Now, hold on. Any little clarification?
Sure.
Genetic diversity, why is that so important?
Genetic diversity, it's like a species insurance policy.
Okay.
Think of it this way. A diverse gene pool makes a population more resilient.
Okay.
They're better equipped to handle diseases, environmental changes, and other threats.
Makes sense.
But when a population shrinks and becomes isolated, like what's happening with the Florida panther, their genetic diversity dwindles, and they become more vulnerable.
So it's like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
And if something happens to that basket, Oh,
Exactly, you're in trouble.
so what's being done to help these Florida panthers?
Well, a lot of the conservation efforts
Yeah.
focus on habitat preservation
Okay.
and creating wildlife corridors.
What are those?
They're basically like safe pathways
Oh.
that connect isolated populations.
So they can mingle a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It allows for genetic exchange, strengthens the species as a whole.
So we're not just trying to protect a certain number of panthers. It's about protecting their future.
Absolutely their long-term survival.
Wow. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit
Sure.
and talk about puma habitats,
All right.
because their range is absolutely incredible.
Vast.
They're found from the Canadian Rockies all the way down to the tip of South America.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. So are they like mountain specialists?
Not at all. That's what's so remarkable about pumas. They thrive in such diverse environments.
Really?
Rugged mountains, scorching deserts, lush rainforests, you name it, they're there.
Wow. Okay, so picture this, right? We're in the Canadian Rockies,
Okay.
snow-capped peaks,
Yeah.
crisp mountain air,
And
and there's a puma.
blending right into the land.
Majestic. But then we fast forward,
All right.
and we're in the Amazon,
Okay. Dense, humid.
hot and humid.
And there's a puma stalking its prey through the undergrowth.
Completely different environment.
Totally different, but they're equally at home in both.
That's mind-blowing. Okay, so how do they do it?
Their adaptability is key. You see in the Rockies,
Mm-hmm.
they navigate that steep, rocky terrain
Yeah.
to hunt deer and elk. But in the deserts, they're all about stealth,
Okay.
ambush tactics to catch rabbits
Oh, wow.
and other small prey.
So different hunting styles.
Exactly. And then you've got the rainforest pumas using their agility
Yeah.
to chase monkeys and other creatures through the trees.
Oh, wow. It's like they've got a whole arsenal of skills.
They do. They're incredibly versatile.
Now, speaking of differences, the essay mentioned that South American pumas
Yes.
are generally smaller than their North American counterparts.
That's right, they are.
Is there a reason for that?
Most likely it has to do with prey availability and climate.
Okay.
Smaller prey in the warmer climates of South America means they don't need to be as bulky
Right.
as their North American cousins.
Like they don't need that extra layer of insulation
Exactly.
or the power to take down a massive elk.
Precisely. It's another example of adaptation in action.
So we have this amazing, adaptable, resilient predator thriving across a huge range of habitats.
Mm-hmm.
But despite their strength,
Mm-hmm.
they face a lot of threats,
Right.
especially from us,
Unfortunately, that's true. Habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict.
and probably climate change too, right?
Absolutely. Climate change is a growing concern. All of these pose significant challenges to puma populations.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a wake-up call.
It is.
We can't just admire their power and resilience.
Right.
We need to be aware of the threats they face.
Absolutely. And that's where knowledge comes in.
Yeah.
It's the first step towards conservation.
So true. All right, folks, here's something to ponder.
Okay.
If you could travel to any puma habitat, which one would you choose
Ooh, good question.
and why? What would you hope to observe and learn about these incredible creatures in their natural environment?
That's a fantastic question to leave our listeners with.
Yeah, food for thought
For sure.
as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of pumas.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening, everybody.